All right, so today I'm at Elder Park with Annabelle Wheatley. Thanks very much for agreeing to talk to us about. So tell us a bit about Elder Park and what you do here. You've just moved in.
Yep, so we've literally just moved in the last few weeks. It used to be the home of Charlie Watts from the Rolling Stones. It was his stud that he bred Arabian horses at. So everything's beautifully built, which is just amazing, the facilities. And our plan really is it's the perfect place for racehorses, well, any horses really, to come of all ages, for either when they're youngsters, to live in herds with other young horses in barns or fields, racehorses to come on their summer holidays or winter holidays, and even a mini break in the middle of training, so good for horses, get out of that regime of training sometimes and just have a couple of weeks away where they can go out in the field, trot around the roads, trot around the fields, just different for them. Does wonders sweetening them up. Or if they've been injured, it's a perfect place for rehabbing horses, very quiet. We've got lovely facilities, lovely small paddocks, barns, everything for horses to start going back out in. That's what we plan to do here.
Okay, you showed me a pretty magnificent book earlier. So Charlie Watts, when he was there, because famous Rolling Stones drummer, they were breeding and keeping Arabians.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all sorts of, what sort of horses would come? Is it just ex-race horses or race horses on the break, or would what sort of horses would you be after?
Well, at the moment we've got a livery yard in one part of the place, but any horses on their holiday need some time out, or young horses to have time, in a herd, yearlings, 2-year-olds. We can cater for anything, really. We've got lots of space. We've got brilliant fields with very good fencing and shelters, and they can be out, be fed. And I think it's really important as well. People think horses have their holidays from racing, just chuck them in the field. But actually, it's really important they go back to their trainers in really good condition. If they've got any issues to be sorted out over the summer, we can do all of that. And we can even pre-train them from here if people wish, or they can go straight back to their trainers from the field. We've got lovely quiet roads for hacking, great hills for strengthening them up. That's our plan. But
so I should have said, because when I said Elder Park's actually in rural Devon, about 20 miles from where I live. I'm absolutely devastated. I didn't know we had a Rolling Stone on our doorstep. But it's a bit late to find that out. There's poor old Charlie passed on. But so how long? Well, what's your background? And you've only been here a matter of months.
Yeah, a couple of months. I'm from Oxfordshire originally. My other half, James Morrish, he is born and bred round here. He's a livestock auctioneer. And but my background, I've ridden all my life, was mainly into eventing actually. And then when I was 18 or 19, I got a phone call from Rosemary Gasson, who at that time trained point-to-pointers very successfully. And she needed someone to ride out. And I thought, I don't know if I want to ride racehorses. But I went, and that was that then. And then racing became more and more my thing. Rode out for Rosemary for several years. And in that time, I had a horse that I evented that wasn't successful eventing. So we tried him pointing, and he won his second race. Obviously, when you have some success, then, you really get the bug. And so I carried on training pointers, which I still do. Got a couple of 4-year-olds for next year. And while I was at Rosemary's, I got calls from other people to go and ride out pointers and racehorses. At that time, also met a really interesting guy called Chuck Harrison, who had been a flat jockey back in the 50s, rode in the Derby and all sorts of good races. And so I started riding out his flat horses at home before they went into training with Pete Hyatt. And I used to take his mares to stud. And then eventually, over the last 20 years, I've had horses for him for pre-training, holidays. He had a very good mare called Tight Squeeze who won 14 races. She retired with me until she passed away. That was how I got into racing and trained a sort of small string of point-to-pointers in Oxfordshire. Yeah, quite successfully with very cheap horses or free horses normally. And then I moved down to Devon a couple of years ago, and I went to work for Yobart and Bloodstock, Sarah Folks, and which has been great working with really top quality national hunt horses. She's had the famous mare Roxana, who is now about to have her third foal. So it was great working there with really lovely young thoroughbreds and getting them ready for the sales. And also, since I've been down here, I rode out for Linda Blackford one day a week just to keep my eye in riding out. And then we lucky enough to manage to buy this place and hopefully set up something successful here.
So you moved down to Devon before you found here?
Yeah.
So did you sort of just stumble upon it, or what was the...
Well, we drove past it a lot and knew it was going to come up for sale. But it was all very quiet, it never went on the market. So a few phone calls. Somebody I used to have his horses for in Oxfordshire, he actually helped me, Charlie Campion, get hold of the agents, and we managed to get it.
So what? Obviously, it's a work in progress at the minute. What were the facilities? What sort of accommodation are you going to have at the end of it all?
Well, at the moment we've got 56 stables. We've already filled 20 with liveries. We've got very separate areas. We can keep horses quite separate. We've also got an indoor lunge pen, which is very fancy apparently. They had it shipped from Germany, Charlie Watts. We've got a lovely outdoor arena. We've got 90 acres of really good grass turnout fields with great fencing. We've got sand turnout areas for when it's really wet. But to be honest, we've had horses turned out all winter here, and it's not a bog, it's lovely. We're really lucky. Again, I think that's thanks to Charlie Watts, because he spent a lot of money on drainage. So, we can cater for quite big numbers, really.
Have you been in the attic to see if there's any gold records lurking about?
Unfortunately, he didn't actually live in this house, so his house was a bit smarter than us, I think. We're very much in the staff house.
Okay, so let's go and have a look around, shall we?
Yeah, great. Yes, this is our the carriage house at Elder Park, which we're not sure what we'll do with, but when we first came to look round, this was full of all Charlie Watts's carriages, all down through here, which have all been sold, including that one. It's not ours. And just very interesting that he was so into carriage driving, but I'm not sure how much he actually did, or if he just liked collecting them.
It's not the normal conveyance you'd expect for a Rolling Stone, is it?
No. So this is just coming into the yard that we're using at the moment as a livery yard. So we've got a variety of horses here at the moment. We've got thoroughbreds, and we've also got ponies, hunt liveries, and everything. It's normally a bit tidier, but it's very windy up here. We're quite exposed. It's all lovely stables. We've even got fans for the summer. Lovely big stables. We even have hot water, which is, for me, a massive novelty. I've never had that before. We lead out here, it goes to the arena. It's a shame you can't see today. We have normally great views over Dartmoor, but it's a bit cloudy and misty today. You can't see very well. But it's a lovely place to be schooling a horse. You've got amazing views, although it is a bit windy. See, we've got another yard down the bottom. We've got loose barns here, which are great for having horses all together, or young stock in the winter. Lots of room for them to move around. We'll actually drive straight down through the yard. Another yard down here, which we've not even started using yet. This has got heat lamps in all the stables, CCTV, got a solarium here, stocks, so we can go with horses for breeding. power steering's not working. Out here we've got lots of paddocks up there, and here we've got some sand turnout areas for when it's really wet. You can use these, which is very handy. Lots of small turnout paddocks here, so you can have horses individually turned out rather than all together. We've got a 4-year-old sports horse and a retired international event horse who's been to 2 European Championships, so we have got everything here from yearlings upwards. All these big fields here all have field shelters. It's pretty dry all winter. We can have horses out here all winter. Quite a bumpy bit now. Right, it's a bit of a long drive around here. Oh. Let's see. Might be quite tricky with no power steering. Should have gone through that gate. Hopefully we'll get down here. So this is our biggest field here on the left. It's about 20 acres with great big field shelter at the bottom. Had horses in these all winter, and as you can see, still lovely and green. Got some sheep here at the moment doing some field maintenance for us. Horses come running now because they'll think that we're going to feed them. Whenever they hear the gator, they know it's feed. Go across here. Here we've got a couple of racehorses that have come down from Oxfordshire actually for a break. A 4-year-old that just needs a bit of downtime before he goes back and runs later in the summer. The other horse had a bit of an injury and he's done his box rest and now he's having some time out. Perfect time for them at the moment with this lovely weather. Good boys. Next field here we've actually got a 4-year-old mare here that's going to go back and run in a few weeks. She's just having a bit of a break, and there's also a show jumper out there who has had some problems and needs 6 weeks or so out having some nice Devon grass. So they've just gone out today, so they're looking quite happy. So this is the lovely round pen we've got here, which obviously Charlie and Shirley Watts had built, so it's pretty high specification for a round pen. It's great, really nice surface, it's never frozen, we've got lights in here, so great for starting youngsters, lunging older horses, whatever really. It just means we can do something with them in any weather. Nice sides. Yeah. That's that. Okay, so you've seen all facilities here now at Elder Park now. Please do get in touch if you want to send any horses here for their holidays or rehabilitation or pre-training. We've got great hacking round here, lovely good hills to start getting them the early fitness work, getting them strengthened up. Obviously, we mainly cater for race horses, but we're not fussy. Any sort of horses. We've got show jumpers here. We've got hunters here. We've got everybody. Also, foals upwards. We've got the loose barns. Plenty of room for them to go outside and be in groups with other youngsters. So please visit our website elderpark.co.uk, where you've got all our email address, telephone number, and that's it. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hello everyone, just a quick one. If you have enjoyed these videos and are enjoying these videos, can you please like and subscribe to my channel? Thanks very much.